All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing good on this Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for joining today's Talk with Steven. Talk with Steven is a weekly talk show organized, hosted by me, Steven, obviously, where I will be interviewing many successful individuals who are successful in terms of their own life, business, career, whatever they are happy doing. They are happily living their life. So this kind of people I will stream in my live session where I'll be interviewing them, share about their story, their journey, their lessons and failures, success, everything they're going to share. It's going to be very truthful sharing every single time when a person come to my talk show. So I think we have been doing this talk show for the past 3 months, and over these 3 months, I have interviewed a lot of successful individuals. And this time, I have someone who is very, very close to my heart. I will introduce that person in a while. And this talk show is also organized by ET Ideas. ET Ideas is a platform, is a social business incubator where I'm from. I'm one of the council member there, and it's a social business incubator that focuses on developing entrepreneurs to develop their business to the next level by understanding about themselves and then develop their business as the reason of them changing and also reacting to things differently, their business start to grow because of that. We have been doing this since 2008, and we have developed around 32 companies so far in various different fields. So I have a short video about what is ET Ideas is for you guys, and do watch it. Meanwhile, other people start to come into our stream as well. So I'm going to show the video. Have fun watching it.
Hello everybody. I know you've been hearing about us in all your social media platforms and from your friends too. Everywhere it's like ET Ideas, ET Ideas, ET Ideas. So, what is ET Ideas?
ET Ideas is a social business incubator platform that looks at developing entrepreneurs to step out of the system and solve world problems at its root cause collectively and selflessly. And what do we mean by that? Let us break it down for you. Developing entrepreneurs.
Here at ET Ideas, we develop individuals who dare to follow their heart, look for the things they are passionate about and turn that into sustainable business or career.
Step out of the system.
The system is the conventional way of thinking. 90% of an average person's daily decisions are made by their senses and habitual patterns. You see or hear something that triggers your emotions. Without thinking, fully taken over by your senses, you react. And that is why you create the reality that you are in, whatever that might be.
Here's where we choose to differ. We get the individuals that we work with to step out of the conventional system, start thinking and responding to the triggers and obstacles around them. This eventually changes the reality they create and start getting them to be happier, healthier and wealthier.
One individual at a time. This domino effect starts from one person to a family, and then to a community, and eventually to a country, and then the whole world. Can you imagine living in a world like that? We definitely do.
Solve world problems.
As much as we imagine this world being a happier place, but the reality we live in right now is heartbreaking and it requires fixing. But who's going to fix this? You? Me? I've tried campaigning, treating others equally, reducing the usage of plastic and many more, but nothing works because we are still treating the effect and not the root cause.
At its root cause.
The root cause is quite simple. We create world problems such as global warming, income inequality, poverty, and such simply due to the way we are taught to think and react to scenario. Competitions, ego, greed, fear of not having enough, hoarding resources, and so much more. But if we can get people to break past this limiting belief, instill the value of love, compassion, collaborations, harmonious growth, and cultivate the ability to set and achieve goals holistically then the world will be a much better place.
ET Ideas works very closely with the nationwide youth movement Ascendance that looks into building the future for the youngsters all over the world. And Ascendance looks into identifying these youngsters who have the potential to solve world problems, and ET Ideas comes back to contribute in terms of its platform and the resources so that these youngsters can turn their solutions into a reality. Collectively and selflessly.
The goal is much bigger than you and me. We understand and realize one must share the resources we have and use it for the betterment of mankind. And this could be only done if we act collectively and selflessly.
ET Ideas has come a long way since it was founded back in 2008. It was founded by Ilango Thiagu, a serial entrepreneur and a visionary who kickstarted this movement. After developing ET Ideas to the huge social business incubator it is right now, Ilango Thiagu retired in 2017 and handed over the leadership of ET Ideas to the younger generation, who are equally passionate about expanding his vision. Today, ET Ideas consists of 32 successful companies from various industries such as website development, marketing, travel and tourism, finance, culture shaping, arts, and so much more. All of these companies are committed towards realizing the ET Ideas vision.
So there you go. That's what ET Ideas is.
Sure or not? You guys are not MLM, right?
No.
You guys not a pyramid scheme?
No.
You guys are not a secret cult, right?
No.
That's not what we are lah. We are just a bunch of passionate, excited, fun-filled people coming together and making the world a better place by doing what we love to do.
So, how do you join ET Ideas?
Well, there's no membership fee, no interview, no recommendation, no written exam, and no obstacle course or sort of anything like that to become a part of ET Ideas. Thank God.
So here's what you need to do. Firstly, listen to your heart and take action based on the goal that your heart has set for you. And then manage your emotions and start thinking. And eventually join our events and be part of this environment.
Okay, that is ET Ideas for you guys. Thank you, ET Ideas, for being the official organizer for our today's talk show. I'm one of the council member in ET Ideas, and I'm very proud of it because we have changed many people's life, their business, and everything. So, if you are a business owner or you are someone who needs some help in terms of your business or finding out your passion and then build that into a career or something like that, do contact me. I will put my number in the link in the comment section so you guys can contact me and then I can get back to you guys and everything. So okay, so I think we have thanked our organizers and I introduced you and I welcomed you guys. It's time to welcome our guest speaker. Like I mentioned just now, this guest speaker is someone that is very very close to my heart, and that person is none other than Vishnu Priya. Okay, so Vishnu is the founder of Preceptor Empire. Preceptor Empire is a company that does tutoring services for ACCA students. So ACCA is a very, very tough exams. I know this because I was an accountant who did ACCA. So I know how difficult it is, and but she helped many students, many corporate people who are struggling to manage their fears of exams and all kind of stuff, and she make them pass their exam very nicely and holistically. So that's what her company does, Preceptor Empire. She's also one of the principal accountant at Simply Empowering. If you need to teach people accounting, ACCA, you need to be an accountant who know all these things to connect with them in the real life example. So that's what she does. She's one of the Simply accountant at the Simply Empowering that manage various kind of accounts, and she's also a trainer of Get Real with Accounts workshop. This workshop particularly provides a teach people on how they can do a full set of accounts to an accountant, because many accountants don't know how to do a full set of accounts, and now more than ever now you need these skills more because many people are losing jobs. So this is one of the essential skills that she is teaching together with other two trainers so that the people can maybe get a new job or get a promotion, all kind of stuff. And also she is part of ET Ideas and one of the council member who is running ET Ideas currently. So fun fact, she's also my girlfriend. I think many of you guys are watching it because I posted in some Win group. Thank you. I would like to shout out to Win group, Miss June Hamid. It's a very nice group that you have created. Many people are joining our live session because of that. So I have talked a lot. So it's time to bring our guest speaker to the stream. Hello, Vishnu.
Hello,
How do you feel? How are you today?
I'm a bit scared, nervous.
Okay, okay. Yes, okay. For those of you who are watching, do share this session with other people because I think learning about marketing and sales is a very essential skill that not even like entrepreneurs, everyone should know about this because everyone should know how to market themselves. So Vishnu is someone that is amazing at marketing. We both started to learn marketing and sales in the same way, and she's so good at it. That's why I feel like you know what, just come for my talk show and share all your experiences. So do share the stream with others so that they also can watch. And if you are watching, do comment, say hi to Vishnu, feel a bit welcome. She's obviously a bit nervous, so maybe say hi to her. So Vishnu, I give a very nice introduction for you. And I've also mentioned that you're an accountant. Let's lead to my first question, lah. Because many people will say accountant they are good with numbers and they don't know how to talk to people, communicate with people, and everything. Because I personally work in an accounting firm before, and people don't like to talk to each other. They rather talk to the laptop in Skype, but they don't communicate with each other. So, do you feel like do you have the scared or you feel like anything when you start to do marketing for your services?
Mm,
How do you feel your perception about marketing and sales?
okay, I have no idea any of about marketing and sales. I'm not from that background. So as what Steven mentioned, it's like I'm actually an accountant. So I have no idea about what is mean by sales and marketing, and I also didn't have the perception that accountant can't do sales. I didn't have that perception, but I had my own mind blocks lah. Things like I used to be a very very quiet person, so very very quiet.
Jeez,
So,
I agree.
so, in primary school, in secondary, I think a lot of changes happened when I went into secondary school. Basically, because of primary school, I was in a Tamil school studying there, and then I'm okay with my group of friends. But when I went into secondary school, it's a different group of people, and I had my own mind blocks that I don't know how to talk English. I don't know how to communicate, and what if I talk and then people make fun of me because of all these things. I just keep quiet. So I just go to school, I'll come back, and even in college also it just continue. Even in college when I went in there, to my classmates also I don't really talk until I think when I started to actually come to ET ideas and all those things, when I started meeting more people and all, that's where I slowly started to even talk to my classmates. So that's how quiet I am.
I totally agree. Any story she said, if she's lying or anything, I know because I was there the entire time. So she's telling the truth because I think I studied with her primary school, secondary school, college, whatever it is, and she always quiet. Sometimes in primary school, you don't even know whether she's absent in the class or she's there in the class. She's very, very quiet. Don't really talk to anyone. So you are a quiet person. You are practically an introvert who don't really like to talk to people. You good. You can communicate. You can talk to people that you know. A few friends, like one or two friends. And so when you first started marketing, right, I'm pretty sure you have a lot of mind blocks, a lot of how to say the fears and everything start to come in. Right? So how did you start marketing? Actually, marketing about your services?
Mm, I think I did marketing and sales even without knowing it's marketing and sales. So before, because what happened is before I started to actually, start marketing about my services, I think Steven shared about ET Ideas at the early of the talk. So ET Ideas is the platform where I actually joined even before starting all these things, because at that point of time I was very clueless on what to do in my life and all, and that's where I came into ETIS. And eventually I figured out that I like teaching and I want to do something about that. So when one other thing my mentor told me, it's very important to actually know how to do marketing, because you can have the best product and best services. If people don't know about it, then nothing is going to happen, like, in a
Yeah,
way.
nobody
So
going to know you.
Yes, but I didn't start off with actually marketing my classes or what, because I know I like teaching, but I was not sure on what exactly I want to teach. So at that point of time, I was still exploring on that part. But on the other hand, I think I learned marketing and sales through my mentor when we actually started sharing about ET ideas, because ET ideas is something very close to my heart. Whoever I am today, it's because of ET ideas. So we, after some time, we thought that more people need to know about ET ideas. More people need to come for the talks and attend our programs and all. And then we just started going out there telling people about ET ideas. So it was more of like just genuinely sharing. I joined this platform, it benefited me a lot, I think you should also come. So that's how it started. So we just, it was very fun sharing with people. And eventually, along the way, my mentor actually guided me on, maybe you need to talk to this person like this. And she was sharing her experience on how she was actually doing marketing and sales. So when I look back, she didn't tell us, okay, today I'm going to teach you marketing and sales, so let's sit down and learn. That's not how it was. It was, she bring us to her meeting, she make call in front of us, so somehow we learn things through practical. Definitely there was so much of fear at the earlier stage. We don't even want to text people, and then after that you don't even want to call people and then you don't want to meet people. So every time there is some challenge, but then she was always there guiding me now. Yeah.
Yes, I think I like two things that you said very much. One thing is you don't even know that you're learning marketing and sales, but you learn it on the spot. I think best type of teaching is when people don't even know, when you don't even know what you're learning, but then suddenly you have the skill of marketing and everything. Because I also followed my mentor and going to meetings. That's how I learned marketing and sales. You just go randomly to the meetings, just sit there, then see how they are talking. Then suddenly, when I went to the meeting, I can explain about the stuff very clearly, very nicely, and I can sign up people very easily. Then only I realized, oh my god, I actually learned marketing and sales through these kind of things. And the second thing that I like about what you're sharing is you say something like genuinely care for the people, which is very important. I will say is to have a nice conversation, get to know them, and everything. I think we does a program called Sales Sailing, and I teach people how to do marketing and sales and everything. One important thing that I will tell them is to have a conversation. Your product can be so simple, like you just sell food item, or your product is just 50 ringgit. No need to have so much of conversation, but I will still tell them every now and then, call these people, whoever that you are selling to, have a conversation with them whenever you have the time. No need to go to compulsory. Whenever you have the time, have the conversation with them, because that will make that people to do marketing for you. Because I'm pretty sure you have many people like that, right? People don't sign up your services, but then they are marketing about you. Can you share about that?
Yes, I think that part is very important. That's one thing I actually learned from my mentor, that genuinely care for that person. So when if they come to you, there's something that definitely, yes, you can provide them, but then that's not necessary. It could be directly sign them up for the ACCA classes or the Get Real bookshop and all, because I think all we all will agree that even for us, right, when a random stranger suddenly come and stop us and then started to tell about the product and the services, the immediate reaction will be, I don't want to hear.
Wait,
So
no,
when,
no, no, no.
yeah, so I don't want to hear, I don't want. So sometimes even before they start telling, we will tell don't want. So like we have, all of us would have faced that any point of time in our life. So when we are doing marketing, we need to actually think of how to actually do it in a proper way, so that we don't get those kind of reaction and all this thing. So one thing my mentor tell is always find out what the person actually need, and then see whether you can provide that to that person. And you cannot just find out by having a list of questions, ask them the questions and all, but you need to have a genuine conversation, be friends with them. So like when earlier, as I mentioned, when we started sharing about ET ideas, right, it was just a genuine sharing. because what we were sharing is, I had this problem, we came into ETIDs, and then we went for this talk, and it impacted us a lot, and this is how, it impacted, now we are doing this. That's how we share our experience. So in that way, when you share about your product or your services, in a way, like for me, when I talk about ACCA classes, right, I don't really tell what I exactly, this many hour class, this many days of class and all, but I will just share with them on what I, provide them, so that they can actually pass in the exam. And most of the time, whatever that I tell them, it's not that I will give you exam tips, I will give you, what are the what you can do, what you cannot do in the exam. It's not like that. But what I'll tell them is set and goal, and how your mind works. So focus on that. Maybe your thoughts, words, and action needs to be aligned. And genuinely asking the person what happened, did they sit for the exam previously, what is their concern, and all those things, and see how I can really help them. Some of them, until now, they have never gotten my services, but because I had a conversation with them, I genuinely asked, how are they doing, what is the problem they are facing, and all. Until now, like, I think even today, this morning, there was some person who actually texted me and asked me that her friend would actually like to join for the Get Real with Accounts workshop. So and it immediately reminded of you, because she was looking some kind of accounts workshop. I know you, so can I pass your number to her? So,
But
but
she got buy your product lead before you or
no,
not.
no. She
Okay.
didn't just get real with accounts. She didn't take ACCA classes or what. It's only because I just spoke to her before. I explained to her before about what we do and all those things. She just liked talking to me. So in that way, you will never know how the leads will come. It's not necessary that person, but it could be the leads from that person. So I will say the important thing is to actually have a genuine conversation with them, really care about that person, talk to them, and then understand what they're going through, see what you can provide them, so that they will be happy, and eventually you are happy as well. Yeah.
This is very easy said than done, because having a conversation with them nicely, random stranger come and talk to you, hi, how are you, means what you will tell. You'll try to ignore and then go away, right? So how are you going to initiate the first conversation? How are you going to make them trust you and ask, let them to share about their problems, or whatever that they face to you is a different kind of skills that we will teach in our sales programs and everything. So next question that I have, Vishnu, it is not from me totally. We had a RSVP from, and the people there are so many questions. So I will ask one of the questions. They ask many questions. So many of them ask the same question: how do you can get leads for your business in a simple way, because they don't have much money to spend on the ads. So how do you utilize the Facebooks and everything to get the leads? Fun fact: before she starts sharing, she don't even have Facebook until the age of 21. So I don't know why. For some weird reason, she don't have it. So she only created the Facebook because she want to, tell people about the services. Social media is very important now, and everything. So how do you get leads, Vishnu?
Yes, I think like what Steven mentioned, I didn't even have a Facebook back then. So I think until I came into ETLS, I don't have a Facebook. I don't really know why, but I didn't have a Facebook. So when I first came in, to ETIDs, when I wanted to do something, same thing lah. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want, because even though I have shared about ET ideas, but every time when you do something new, it's still starting from zero. So even though I have talked to people about ET ideas, but when it comes to sharing about my ACCA classes, it was very scary, because I had a lot of doubts in myself that, am I ready to teach people or not? It's like a lot of things, like, can I make them pass or not, and all those things. So, but then my mentor said, it's okay, you just start with 1%. So what I did is, since I don't want to talk to people, so I created a Facebook, and then I created a Facebook page, and then I started posting in there. And I realized that after about a week, since I just created Facebook and a Facebook page, definitely there's not sign up going to come from there. So, but what my mentor tell is, look at what the resources you have. You already have the resources to actually move forward and all. And one thing at that point of time, because I was in ETIS, and a fun fact is that in ETIS there's a lot of accountants for some reason. So what we did is, like, what I did is I actually asked them to share around about my classes to their friends and all those things, and eventually from there I got my first student. So, and once I get the first student, and then that student recommended another student, and eventually it grew. But at the early stages of my teaching and all, I didn't actually run any ads or anything. What I did was solely I utilized Facebook. So what I did is, even though my my Facebook page is still new and all those things, I need to create a strong page there which can bring in people. So what I'll do
Brand
is,
lah.
yes, so what I'll do is that I will actually post at least like 2 days once. So at least love, so bad means at least once a week. So try to actually post there. And when I say posting, right, a lot of people, like, you we only tend to post like, okay, we have opened up registration, and then the testimonials and all those things. But one thing that I also learned from my mentor is, you don't just share about all these things. You also need to share about, other things, like random things, like, maybe you would have class with a student today, and the conversation with that student. And then what happened when you actually were going to a class to teach a student. So what happened, the obstacles that I face, you also need to tell that to people. So don't just show the good thing, but also share about what are the other things that actually is happening and all those things. So I will sometimes, post about the testimonial. Sometimes it will be just a conversation with one of my students. I will just feel like, okay, maybe we need to share this, so I will share it in the post. So from there, I was just keep on sharing. It will not work for the first time, but the thing is, I'm doing it consistently. So
Ecosystem.
when I have the end goal to actually brand my services, to actually reach out to more people, and I just keep doing the work, eventually I'll achieve it. So in that case, what I do is, eventually I started to post in other Facebook groups. Nowadays you have so many Facebook groups, right? So take some time to find groups related to accounting, and then I started posting in there. So I think another thing that happened today morning is that there was one person who actually sent me a friend request in Facebook today. So I only approved that her today, and then I was looking at how this person suddenly randomly came and sent the friend
Add
request and
you.
all. And then I realized that she actually liked one of the posts that I did, and then only she sent the friend request. So I went and clicked into that post, and I saw that it was a post that I made on March 2020. Last year, March
Wow.
2020, I
Last
made a
year.
post.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
last year, March 20. It's almost a year already.
More
Almost
than a year.
more than a
More
year.
than a year and a month.
I actually made this posting in a group that I recently joined at that point of time. I joined the group, and then to get people engaged, what I'll do is, when I join a group, for the first time, I will just do a posting that, hi everyone, and then I'll introduce myself. So she actually looked at that posting, and then she went and liked the post. She commented in the post itself that she's an accountant and all those things, and then she would like to join, any of the workshop that I'm doing and all. Is there anything still available or not? So, and then she immediately came and sent the friend request to me. So I'm like, I made this post 1 year ago. How come she looked? How did she actually
Yep.
manage to look at that post? So it was very fascinating. But the thing is, it's this thing happened is because I was constantly posting. So no matter what, you just constantly post. You won't get it at the first time. Like the post that I made in one group, when I do it in another group, it won't work. So, but the thing is, just try out and try out until you get the correct thing. So the more you post, you are actually making yourself more visible to people. So somehow they know that you actually exist. So I feel one way I did my sales without the Facebook ad, or at the earliest stage, is by actually keep on posting and sharing around. In nowadays we have WhatsApp stories and all, so share it to my past participants, asking them to share it to their friends and all. That's how I actually fill up most of the classes lah.
Very nice. Asking your participant to share in their WhatsApp stories or anything only happen if you can have a very nice, genuine conversation with them. That is the first thing. And that the thing I like about Vishnu is the persistence that she has in doing marketing. Right, even I don't have it. So, like, one thing that she told is don't only post about your classes or you have this or your food item. This is your menu. This is your menu. Thank you for buying. Not only that, also post about yourself. This one thing I learned from my mentor also. Like she will post about the life. Suddenly she saw something, she write about that. So your page is very nice when people look at it. So people feel like, oh, nice, okay, that's interesting and everything. That's when it works. And she also mentioned like keep posting in the group and find out what post works in what group. The same post won't work in any other groups. Like I think yesterday I did a very nice posting about me and Vishnu in Win group. Win group, that posting is very nice because the people there are very loving. They care for each other. If I go and post this in other business side group, it won't work because they just focus on their business. Win group is totally different. We all love each other there. So you need to find different ways. And Vishnu keep posting in the groups. Make sure people knows the names. Do different things. I'll show you guys something. Just to watch it. So this is the first posting that she did. I think it's a snippet of your class, right? Snippet of your class. She posts in some group. You can see there is no comments, no nothing. The people, 9 people who like the post also is the people that we know in that group. And then she did something amazing. Look at the comments. She did something like this, a class, and she have 290 comments. And you close many people from there, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
almost.
290 comments. Yeah, then this one is another 98 comments and everything. You close many people from there. So you will always, sometimes you will write a very big caption, sometimes you write a very small caption, very catchy, and then write, sometimes put a picture, sometimes put a video, whatever it is, we keep doing it, and each thing will, like, things will work differently. For an example, right, this posting that she make, can you see, very simple, very direct, like, you read, you will not even take 5 seconds to read it. I did the same exact thing, replicate the entire sentence to what my services is providing. Nothing worked in the same group. So it's also comes to your thoughts, your words and action, how focused you are on your goals, what are the things that you are doing and everything. So sales,
And so
like,
I think I think it's when we do the posting, right? There are times that I also do the posting just because I just want to do a posting. So for the sake of doing the posting. So at that point of time, when my thoughts it's I just want to do a posting lah, just because I didn't do it for so long, it won't work. But one thing I actually learned from my mentor is aligning your thoughts, words, and action. So meaning even though you are taking the action to post, make sure that your thoughts are also aligned lah. Being always have an end goal on why you are actually doing this posting. Do you want to reach out to more people, or do you want to get people to actually engage in your services? So what do you want out of this posting? Make that goal clear and then actually do the posting. So I think that's what will make it different. A lot of times we think that we can close the sale by following a certain step by step guidance, but that's not how it works, and that's not how my mentor also teach me. It was more on trying out things and actually seeing which works for you. So whatever that I shared today, it works for me, but it might not work for some another person. So it's like go with always what works for you. And how do you know what works for you is actually by trying out different things.
doing the work. The best way to learn marketing and sales is by doing it, and that's what I will do. Me and Vishnu will do in our sales programs and everything, where we teach people how they can actually apply the things that we're teaching them on the job, like in their business, and that's what makes them to grow their business and everything. So me and Vishnu, I told you guys we have been together since standard one. We have been doing a lot of things together. We go everywhere together and everything. And I'm very happy to share with you guys that we're going to do a sales program called Sales Selling together as well. I have been in sales line the entire time. I love marketing and sales, and I did 6 days training last year and doing this year as well. And Vishnu is one of the person that I know who does sales and marketing very nicely, and she hit the target every single time, and the way she does marketing and everything is very interesting as well. That's why she's one of the trainer. We do this program together, and I definitely know when we come together we will do something very nice. So we are going to do this program called sales sailing, that is going to cover both marketing and sales, how you can get more leads, how you can close the sales that's coming to you and everything. So it's a very nice workshop. It's a 3 months program that we are doing. If you guys are interested, you can contact me. I will put my number there in the comment section right now, so have a look at it. And we also have a video for you guys to watch. Why we do the program, right? The sales selling program, because it's not one day is not enough to teach you how to do sales. I learned in years, my number of years, how many years I did. I learn, go out there, get hit. People scold me, I react to them, I scold them back. Then they don't buy the product. Then I see, okay, so many things. Your relationship is not nice. You have some one small problem, the sales won't happen. A lot
Actually,
of
there's
things here.
so many layers to it. First, it's like we
Yep.
don't even want to text people. And then second is like we don't even want to talk to people. And then after some time, it's like, you are now very good at talking to people and all, but then you see you are not getting the leads that you want. And then eventually you will see that whatever emotions you are going through, it also affects the sales. So, and I'm also still learning. My mentor is still guiding me on that. You will see that this one and this one is not, it might seem like it's not related at all, but then it does affect your sales when you are not okay as a person. So that's the reason why it takes many years to actually learn the skills that
Skills.
you need. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very happy that we are doing this program together. If you guys want, you can contact me. I've already put my number there. Contact me, have a chat with us, and let us see how we can help you guys. And I have one testimonial video to show you guys. One of my participants who have came to my workshop, and he did very nice sales after that. So to watch the video.
And I tried posting something which was quite nicely written, but I didn't see any or much engagement. Even gave me an idea to try out something. If that post didn't work, to try out something else. To just he gave me some ideas lah how what to post. And so when I posted that, immediately within the first 5 minutes, I had my first comment. I had one comment in 5 minutes. Yeah, then I posted in another group as well. That one is already 2 days, and still I'm getting comments on that and people inquiring on my trial choir class. And actually, we've already filled up the slots for this weekend, but so I'm still giving people the information and telling them they can sign up for next week's slots. And that one is also actually filling up already.
Okay, so that is the video that I want to show you guys. It's one of the participants that I've guided last year. Same, I just got to know him in Facebook. We didn't spend any money, just one simple Facebook posting. I got to know him, and he came for my sales workshop. And then from there, I guide him on how to do sales. And then later, when I had a nice conversation with him, genuinely care for him, I realized he can do things better if he get connected to ET Ideas. So I told him about one of the program run by ET Ideas, and then he joined the program, and now he's developing his business as well. So it's just growing. The sales and marketing is just there, and you need to keep upgrade yourself, keep learning, so that you can have someone who is there to watch you. I think me and Vishnu share something like, we learned this from our mentor. She told this because when you are in the problem, let's face it, you don't know how to solve it, and you don't even, most of the time, you don't even know that you are in the problem, and you cannot do any sales. So that's why we are there, to help you, to guide you on your sales and marketing, how to talk to people, how to have a nice conversation with them, how to close the sales, how to follow up, everything from A to Z. Even Vishnu will do the Facebook posting and everything. So do contact us if you want to know anything more, and we also will call you guys later after that and everything. So thank you, Vishnu. Thank you for your time. Really love talking to you. I always love talking to you. So
Thank you so much for inviting me.
yes, it is a
Thank you for
very nice session. Sorry.
Thank you for everyone for watching today.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching. You guys are constantly watching this session. Thank you. For next week, I will go live on every Wednesday 1 p.m. with different people, different topics. So do join the group, and stay tuned to the next. Tune until next Wednesday. I will reveal who is my next guest speaker very soon. So until then, see you guys. Bye.
Bye.